it going? It's Joy back, you guys, with another video. I hope that you all can see me good. Right, hopefully this thing stays right. I have this little tripod thing here on my phone. So I hope that everybody is doing good today. Happy Sunday, you guys. So the topic is a little different today, and I just wanted to say a heads up. It's not, this message isn't towards anyone in particular. This is general, just a heads up. And whole lot of podcasts. Hey, Nikita. And please feel free to chime in. So today, you guys, the topic is we're going to be talking about why family and friends will walk out of your life and why they won't support you on your spiritual journey. And this could also be, why they may not support you, or they could walk out of your life when it comes to recovering after narcissistic abuse. Now, this is actually something that has happened to me and is currently happening to me, unfortunately. But this is something that you might be experiencing. So I just wanted to just bring this awareness to those that may need to hear the message and, give you guys some things that you can do to help cope with the situation. So if you guys are new, my name is Joy, and I am a narcissist abuse coach. You guys know I've been dealing with narcissists technically since 2006. That's when I moved to live with my aunt, and she was a narcissist, and you guys know that I dated a male narcissist, and I ended up meeting a borderline. So yes, you guys, come on and pile up on in the room. How you guys doing on this Sunday? You guys want to chat about anything before we get into the topic? How are you guys feeling before we chat it up? And you guys, please feel free to chime in on, if you guys are experiencing, people walking out of your life, family and friends, may not be supporting you, if you're on a spiritual journey, or maybe you're on a journey of success, or maybe you're, healing and recovering after narcissistic abuse. Is this happening to you guys? Please feel free to share your feedback and your story. We would love to hear. And shout out to Whole Lot of Women podcast, you guys. So she is, you guys, she should be in the room. And her and I, we do podcasts every Friday. So make sure you guys follow Whole Lot of Women podcasts. That is Nikita. All right, you guys. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to get right into it again. This is not towards anyone in particular. This is just my story and my experience. So on this journey of healing and recovery, you guys, I have noticed that there were certain family members and certain people that I thought were my friends and, associates that, I thought supported me, that I thought were genuine. And it turns out that they're not. And again, this is not calling or pointing the finger or, saying like, oh, this person's like that. It's just an awareness. You get me? And Nikita, you said tune in. Yeah, Live Narc Free series. You guys check. And Nikita, if you want to leave your link in the chat and folks can follow your podcast, please feel free to do that. You're more than welcome. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about it. And basically I have many cases of, you guys know, so my aunt, she was a narcissist. So I lived with her for 5 years. She's no longer in my life anymore. And the male narc, he's not in my life anymore either. And, one of the things that I realized, so I have a really close connection with God. And maybe this is something that you guys can implement in your life. So what you can start doing is asking God, like, hey, if there is anybody in my life that doesn't have my best interest, that means me harm, that could have ill intentions towards me, you could say, God, can you please reveal them to me and basically have them leave my life, And you guys know, it's funny that I actually have said that prayer many, many times. And unfortunately, I did realize that there were people that left my life, and honestly, at the end of the day, it was good, because for me at this point in my life, I just want people that are around me that are genuine, that have good intentions, and that mean well. Like, we all want that, right? Nobody wants to have people around them that are negative, that are toxic, and that might not have the best intentions, so And I guess some of the reasons why this could happen is, some people could get upset, maybe that, you're on a spiritual journey, or maybe that you are healing and recovering. Because, some people may not want to heal. Some people may not want to recover, and also some people may not want to see you do better than them. You have some people that are like that. Like you could have some family and friends that will only support you if they feel like, they can control you, or they can tell you what to do, or, like if you do what they want when you want them to do it, they will only support you, so that's very manipulative, and that's not something that, you should tolerate or accept, and if you find out that a family or a friend, or this could be an associate, if they're doing that, then you might just want to realize, like, hey, this is just not the right situation for me, and hey, I wish you well, but it's not working out. You guys get me? So then chime in, you guys. Let me know if this is something that has happened to you. I would really love to hear. And I don't know, I was just thinking about this, you guys, because and I'll be honest, I recently said this particular prayer, you guys, and it's crazy. I hate to say it, I really do. But my dad actually showed up. And I just kind of had to deal with the fact that, maybe my dad, I know that my dad loves me, but it's just more like, I don't know, maybe his intentions isn't the greatest. Or, and the other prayer that I said, you guys, was, if there's anybody in my life that is maybe blocking abundance, or blocking, whatever it is that I'm trying to bring into my life, if anybody is blocking that, I was like, God, can you please reveal that? And like, my dad literally pulled up like within 5 to 10 minutes of me saying that prayer, and so that was a very hurtful thing to deal with and accept. And again, if any of you guys are dealing with this, please let me know. I would really love to hear. And I also wanted to tell you guys too, like, this channel, I want it to be for victims and survivors, even if you haven't dealt with narc abuse, but I just want this to be a channel where we can all talk, we can cope, and we can, be there for one another. Because at the end of the day, if you are on a spiritual journey, or if you're on the journey to success, or if you're on a journey of recovery after narcissistic abuse, you're gonna need support. You're gonna need to feel like, people are around you and people understand, and that you feel heard and stood and validated, you know what I mean? But I will tell you guys this. One of the things that I have learned from this, whether it be family, friends, people walking out of your life, or people not only supporting you based off of like conditions, like, because again, some people will only support you, if they feel like they're doing better than you, or if they feel like, again, if they can control you, or if they can tell you what to do or whatever, you know. And so it's selfish. It's selfish, but I'm starting to realize, like, it's just how the world is. It's like, it's kind of like, once you accept how the world is, then you can just really just be like, okay, it is what it is. Like, it's not personal, because that's just how some people are. But and like I said, chime in, you guys, if there is anybody that wants to share. If you're dealing with this now, let me know. But I don't know if I said this, but one of the things, again, that I am learning, you guys, from this experience is that God is the only person that really will support you at the end of the day, right? So God is the person that you really is all you need. So maybe that's something that you can take away from this video, is understanding that you don't need to have everybody's support, because again, some people are not going to support you. Again, it's because, like I said, people don't want to see you win, or some people don't want to see you be more successful than them, or some people don't want to see you. And I don't know, it's like, it's competition, it's jealousy, it's envy, it's hate. And again, this could come from family, friends, this could come from coworkers, this can come from associates, and it could really hurt. But for me, what I'm learning is that God is really my biggest support. And maybe this is something that you can take away from the video. Nikita, you said he is the only unconditional lover. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys, like I said, follow A Whole Lot of Women podcast. Her name is Nikita. Her and I, we do our podcast where we talk about identifying narcissists and their manipulative tactics. So follow her, you guys. She's really nice. And so but yeah, no, like, and it is a Sunday. I remember like growing up, I used to go to church every Sundays and stuff like that. And I didn't have the relationship that I have with God like how I do now. But I guess just I've just always kind of had that type of connection with God. But even now, since me dealing with narcissistic abuse and me dealing with different trials and tribulations in my life, I'm just like, yeah, like God has never left me. God has always been there for me. And it makes me, it feels less, like it lessens the pain, because the thing about it, when family and friends, when they walk out of your life like that, depending on how close you were, or you could have just like people that just come into your life and then they may stay for like a year or two, and then out of nowhere, when they see you like starting to do well, they may walk out because again, they feel like they can't control you. You know what I mean? And so it's just kind of like you have to see it as, they're actually doing you a favor. They are basically showing you their true colors, and they're letting you know, hey, I don't really have your best interest. I'm competing with you, or I'm in competition with you. I like, I'm jealous, like on low. Like, you know what I mean? So like when a person does that, when they reveal their true colors, you should be like, okay, whoo, thank you, God. Like, you know what I mean? Because this is gonna help you have less stress. You're gonna wake up and you don't have people starting arguments with you. You don't have people fighting with you, because that's what happens. Like when you have people like family and friends or associates that may have ill intentions or that could be jealous of you, they're going to be contacting you. They're going to be starting arguments. They're going to try to bring your energy down. They're going to be just really against you. They might want to see you fail. They might want to see you self-destruct. And when that does happen, that makes them feel good, because a lot of them, they're miserable. They don't have lives. They don't have anything to do. So it's like, let's say you are watching this and you are aspiring to be successful, or you're aspiring to go on more on your spiritual journey, or you're aspiring to healing and recovery after narc abuse. A lot of people don't want to see that. Like a lot of people don't want to see you doing good. And like I said, this is a general message, so I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but like I said, I did have that experience with my dad. Now I said that prayer, and he pulled up, and even though that I did have that experience with my dad, you guys know, like I still love my dad, but at the same time there are boundaries that are going to be set. So if you're dealing with that, whether it's family, friends, associates, and I encourage you guys to say that prayer. Like I just said, like you can say, God, if there's anyone in my life that does not have my best interests, that doesn't have the best intentions for me, that could be hateful, harmful, jealous, envious of me, you could say, God, can you please reveal this person to me? And then God will reveal it. It may be right away, because like a couple times it was right away for me, but then it took maybe like a couple weeks or so, or maybe even a month, because I feel like God, he doesn't want to overburden us too much, because sometimes he knows, like when we do get that prayer answered, it might hurt us, so God doesn't want to hurt us or anything, like, but God wants to make us, he wants to let us know what's going on and who's around us and who has good intentions and who doesn't. You get me? So yeah, you do just want to keep that in mind. And but yeah, you do want to set your boundaries, and speak up for yourself. And if you find out that a person that's close to you doesn't have the greatest intentions, then you have to accept it honestly. Like you can't be like, oh, was that really the answer to the prayer? Or are they just randomly pulling up? Or I mean, they're my parents, like they would never do that. It's like, yeah, some parents will do that, and so it's sad. And you guys chime in, like, let me know. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I know you guys probably wasn't expecting to hear this type of message from me. Not, I wasn't expecting to give this message, but I don't know, maybe somebody needs to hear this. Or now, you guys know what's interesting in regards to my aunt. Like, this was before I knew that she was a narcissist, but I kind of had an idea that I knew something was off. But when I had went no contact with the male narc, and I was telling my aunt about it, you guys know, like, she sounded like she was kind of happy about it. And then not only that, but she was like, when I was telling her and everything, like, it was really no responses at all. Like, I mean, she would be like, uh-huh, uh-huh. It was very like, nonchalant, like she didn't really care. And it was like she delighted, at me like going through a breakup. Like I told her, I was like, yeah, like I went no contact with this person, and she wasn't really like responsive, and I'm just like, okay, you know what I mean? So that's a motorcycle. But yeah, so just understand, you're gonna lose some family, you're gonna lose some friends, and the thing about it, you guys, is you might have to be comfortable with being alone. You might have to, and that might, you're gonna feel lonely, you might feel sad, you might feel depressed, you might need to cry. And I encourage you guys to cry. I encourage you guys to feel your feelings, get it out there in the open, and cope accordingly. So let's see here. Hola, Nikita, you said we start looking for loopholes in the side. When God shows us, right? Yes. No, like, because I was actually sharing the story with another person, and she was like, are you sure that that's what it was? Like, you sure, like, they just didn't randomly pull up? Or, how do you know that that was the right prayer? Or how do you know that was the right answer? And I'm like, girl, like, I know, like, God, like, and like I said, I've done this in the past, and I was just, sometimes you just get shocked at, like, maybe who is not really for you, like who is like jealous, or who's envious, or who's hateful, or who may not have the best intentions. Like, you get shocked, you're just like, oh wow, like, dang, it's like that. Like, because the thing about it, like, you could be a genuine person, or like, what is that saying? They say like some people are chosen, or they have like some people that are like star seeds, earth angels, indigo childs, just like really good, genuine people. And sometimes I feel like the thing about, and then empaths or HSPs, and we sometimes get caught up and we think that everybody is just like us around us, and it's not the case. So you have people that are evil, you have people that are narcissistic, you have people that want to kill your dreams, they want to drain your energy, they want to stop you from doing what you love to do, they want to destroy you, they want to make you so upset, get you so upset that you stop doing what's best for you. You know what I mean? And so you do just want to be careful. And like I said, for those of you that are on the journey of success, like, understand, like, not everybody's going to be happy for you. Not everybody is going to congratulate you. People could just be watching you because they're like, oh, like, what makes that person think that they can do that? Like, who are they? You might get responses like that, or, maybe some close friends or whatever could be like, oh, I'm not gonna like their stuff. Like, who do they think they are? You may have some people that are like that. And then too, you guys, this could actually be romantic partners, just like narcissists, that can actually walk out of your life, or that won't support you. You get me? And it's really sad. It's really sad. But as I said, now, going for, I don't want to drag this on too long, because this is not a rant, you guys. This is just more so just awareness, like I always say on these videos. I just want people, like, because if you are going through a situation, I want to let you know that it's okay. Like, you can lean on God, and you can lean on like-minded people. You could, find support groups of people that, that are positive, that are encouraging and empowering, because the thing about it, like, the people that walk out of your life, whether it be family, friends, or romantic partners, they're negative. Like, they don't want much out of life. They don't want to do anything, with themselves. And so they're just focused on you, and they're focused on, what you have going on. It's just like, focus back on yourself. Like, it's like, that's why we all have our own lives, is so that we can focus on our own life, Nikita, you said sometimes the reality is too painful to accept. It's like, not my mama, Lord. Right. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, and honestly, you're gonna have to deal with your feelings, and if you have to write a letter to your parents, or even if you have that ability to have a conversation, please do. Like, you're not blaming your parents for anything, but you just want to let them know, like, hey, this is not acceptable. I like, because the thing about, like, with my dad, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I have an idea, but like, my dad has, I love my dad even now. Like, I've never been the type where I'm like, oh, pointing fingers, but my dad has supported me for, like, since I was born. Like, he's been a really good dad, but I don't know, like, just out of nowhere, like, I guess he feels like he can't control me, and I don't get that. I know, like, narcissists are like that. I'm not calling my dad a narcissist, but like, you know, like if they feel like you don't need them, like some people, you have anybody, like family, friends, whatever, romantic partners, if people feel like they're not needed, then they feel like, well, why should I support you? You know, or if they can't control you, they're like, why would I support you? You're not doing what I want you to do when I want you to do it, you know, and that's very selfish. Like, no, like, why do you think that you can control me? I'm not trying to control you. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so you just have to understand. But yeah, so when it comes to accepting this, so the main thing is kind of like what Nikita said, you have to accept that a person, when they show you their true colors, you got to believe them. You can't play around with this type of stuff, because it can really hold you back, you know, from living the life that you really want to live. So you have to accept it, you know, you have to grieve however you're able to do so. You know, and again, you have to be able to cope. So like I said, finding support groups, or you have to journal things out. You know, however, if you don't have that ability to talk to your parents, if they're being stubborn, then you could pretend like they're sitting next to you, and you can talk to them and express to them how, you know, deeply hurt you are, or deeply sad you are, because you realize, like, you don't have my best intentions, you know, you don't mean me well, you know. And the thing about it, for me, like, I was trying to, of course I see it from my dad's perspective. I'm like, I feel like, you know, maybe he just feels like he didn't live his life, that he didn't live his dream, or he didn't live up to his fullest potential, and he sees me and he's just like, oh, well, dang, like, she's doing what I wanted to do. You get me? Like, and so I don't know if that brings up feelings of like anger, resentment, you know, lashing out, which is not cool, but, or it could just even be stuff that happened in his childhood, like, you know, that he didn't deal with, like those demons, like he never handled it. And so it's like, you know, he's kind of taking it out on me, you know. So it's not right. It's not right at all. But you know, again, try not to take it personal. I know it's hard not to, but you just really have to understand, like, some people just won't support you if they, in their mind, they feel like you're quote unquote doing better, or they feel like you're moving up in some sort of way. They're like, oh no, I'm not finna support them, because maybe they could have felt like they didn't get support. And so, you know, and so what they will do is they'll try to make it seem like they support you, or they try to make it seem like they're there for you, but then they'll constantly keep letting you down, slowly but surely. And you guys know another thing, I don't know if you guys remember that video that I talked about, where I said, like, my uncle, something was a little weird. I saw this video where they was talking about how you should never trust a person that's around someone that doesn't like you, or you should never trust a person you know, that talks mess about you, or that gossips, or that is drama filled, and you know that they're talking bad about you, and there's people around them, like, you shouldn't trust those people, because it's like they know how that person is, but they're still being around them, you know. So that is you know, something to look out for, you know what I mean. um Nikita, you said envy that we can live freely when they didn't or couldn't. Yeah, that's right. That's a good point, Nikita. Um, it's just sad, because it's just like, you had the opportunity, but you didn't take it. And it's like, it's not my fault. Like, I don't know. It's just like my connection with God. I love God. I believe in God. I believe in myself. And it's just kind of like, I'm sorry he didn't do that, you know, and it is what it is. So, but anyway, that's basically the video, you guys. I guess this is just, you know, encouragement, and I just want you guys to just keep moving forward. Don't allow, you know, family, friends, or romantic partners, that people that walk out of your life, like, when you're doing good, or they may not support you when you're doing good. Don't let that get you down. Just keep doing good, because at the end of the day, more than likely, those people are going to come back, and they're going to need you in some way. They're going to need you. And the unfortunate part, though, is that you don't need them, and people don't like that. People want to feel like they're needed, and it's just like, that's so, for me, I'm just like, dude, like, aren't we supposed to be self-reliant? Aren't we supposed to be able to take care of ourselves, you know? But I think a lot of that, again, that comes from being taught to be codependent, being taught to you know, be reliant on other people. And it's like, I don't get it. And I know, like, when I have children, I'm definitely going to teach them to be like independent. Like, yeah, you be interdependent like when you get into a relationship, but the goal is to be independent and to be able to take care of yourself. Because the other thing is, you guys, is when you do go into relationships and you're solely dependent on that person, if that person walks out of your life, then you're stuck. Like, you don't have anything to your name, and you're just like out of luck. But if you still remain independent, you still have your own life, and you're still doing, which, you're focused on your own life, you have hobbies and goals and stuff like that, then if a person walks out of your life, if a person don't support you, it don't matter. Because for one, you are taking care of yourself, and you have God too, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, you guys, I hope that this was helpful. If you are on this journey and people don't support you, or people walking out of your life, thank God. Thank God, they're doing you a favor. They're doing you a favor. And just keep going forward. Keep pursuing your goals. Keep pursuing your dreams. Keep being successful. Keep going on your spiritual journey. Keep healing and recovery at the narcissistic abuse. Because at the end of the day, it is about you. Not in a selfish or a narcissistic way, but you matter. You're important. You deserve to live the life that you want to live. And that's the other thing, because a lot of parents, they feel like, oh, well, I live my life like this, so my kids got to live like that. And then when you say, that's nice, and I hear what you're saying, and you're like, no, I want to live my life how I want to live my life, and the parents, they don't like that, and so again, they won't support you. They'll walk out of your life. They're like, oh no, I didn't achieve that, so like, I'm not going to support you at all. I'm going to hate on you. I'm going to be envious because I didn't achieve that, so no. You get me? So that's selfish, right? So but anyway, you guys, stay strong. I love you guys. And yeah, just stay positive. Keep the focus on God, and keep going forward, and know that God loves you. I love you, and I support you guys. Like, if you're dealing with this and you feel like nobody doesn't support you, I support you. I love you. And yeah, if you guys want to reach out to me for any support sessions, if you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, please reach out to me. And if the other thing is, I forgot to mention, you guys, if you are wanting to know what your vision is, or you want to know what your life purpose is, you want to know what goal or dream to create for yourself, reach out to me, and I'll definitely support you with that. So yeah, guys, I'll see you all in the next video, and take care till the next time.